Hello my loves and welcome back to Adulting Done Right. My name is Ginger. I hope you are having a fabulous day. If you are joining us again, welcome back. And if you are joining us for the first time, hello. Before we jump into today's topic, I just wanted to say if you like this video, definitely make sure you like it. If you find this video helpful and think somebody else might, definitely make sure you share it. And if you want to see more videos from us, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you can see when we post new videos. Today, I thought it would be fun to go through some of the questions that I get asked on Quora. And I think I'm saying that right. I could totally be saying it wrong though. I don't know if any of you have ever used Quora, but Quora is a forum where people can go on and essentially ask any question that they want, and other people will answer. Some of the people that answer will be experts in a given field. I tend to answer questions that are more health and food and diet, nutrition focused because I am a certified health coach and my degree is in biology. I love to cook. I love food in general. And that's definitely the type of niche that I've fallen into. Some of the questions that I'm gonna go through are questions that people ask me specifically. Some of the questions are suggested questions for me to answer by Quora. So let's go ahead and jump in. These are questions that I have not looked at before. I'm gonna be going through them for the first time with you. I have my phone, so let's get started. So the first question that I have is, what's your ideal delicious breakfast? For me, my ideal delicious breakfast is typically eggs, either soft boiled or fried, some sort of protein like bacon. I love to make some brown sugar pepper rosemary bacon, which is awesome. If you guys want me to share that, definitely leave it in the comments below and I will make that video for you guys. And lately I've been loving some diced potatoes with red pepper and onion to go along with that, and then I season that up with some herbs and spices. And typically what I'll do is I'll make like a little skillet essentially on my plate where I'll do the potato mixture, I'll put the eggs on top of that, and then have the bacon on the side, and typically I'll top it with some avocado or guacamole or some sour cream and salsa, and kind of make it whatever I want in terms of that day. But that is my ideal breakfast, at least right now. Which cooking skill, method, or recipe do you wish you could perfect but have continually been a failure at? I would classify myself as a pretty good cook. I can cook most things as long as I have a recipe. And typically if I try them out for the first time, it turns out pretty good. There have been very few, if any, failures, total failures, with the exception of rice. Rice I grew up having almost every day in my household growing up. My mom would make it on the stovetop, turned out great every time. But for whatever reason, whenever I try to make rice on the stove, I always screw it up. That's why I got a rice cooker. And now I just use rice cooker to make my rice because I failed at it so many times. And I don't know what it is. It's super simple, but it's one of those things that I always struggle to make if I make it on the stovetop. What are 3 weird ways to enjoy potatoes? I don't know if they're weird ways. I will tell you the strangest way probably that I've enjoyed potatoes lately was I used them. I actually didn't use them this way. We had a guest staying with us. He wanted to cook for us and he wanted to make us this garlic cream sauce. And instead of using any dairy or any like flour, making some sort of roux and making this like elaborate cream or yogurt sauce, he actually used potatoes, boiled potatoes, put them in a blender with a whole bunch of garlic, a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper, blended it up, and it turned into probably one of the best garlic sauces that I've ever had. And we used that as a dipping sauce for some shish kebabs that we had. Another, let's see, I don't know that I have 3 strange ways to enjoy potatoes. I don't know if it's strange, but another way to enjoy potatoes is using tater tots and making tachos, or like a breakfast tacho. So essentially instead of making nachos with tortilla chips, doing that same sort of principle but with tater tots instead. And that's pretty delicious. It's like bar food at its finest, but I don't feel as bad about eating it because I make it at home, though there's still a little guilt that goes into eating that. And a third way, the other thing that I use potatoes for, again, in place of something like a roux or a flour mixture, would be fish cakes. And again, I don't know that that's strange. I feel like that's pretty typical, but That's another roundabout way that I use potatoes to substitute for other things. What's a healthy alternative food that is actually less healthy? Anything low fat, actually. So low fat for a long time has been marketed as something that we should be looking for in our foods. Fat's bad for you, fat makes you fat. However, with low fat foods, right, they're pulling out fat, which adds flavor and dimension to your food. And what they're doing to get flavor back into it is they're pumping it full of sugar. Whether it's sugar cane or chemically produced sugar, it's still all, once it's in your body, gets metabolized just about the same way and turns into fat, and it can wreak havoc on your system. So low fat foods for sure. What are 3 weird healthy snacks to keep around the house? 3 weird healthy snacks to keep around the house. Again, I don't know about weird. You can always keep like the seaweed snacks. I don't keep those in my house. Things that I keep in my house as snacks are typically like fruits or some sort of cheese or nuts or what else? Yeah, I don't know that I have any weird snacks or weird healthy snacks. I always have some sort of dip, whether it's an avocado dip that I make myself or some type of dip. Hummus. Have you ever consumed whole grains based food diets? Why do you prefer them? So this is an interesting question. Again, this is one that was requested for me to answer. So I do not really eat gluten. I still consume gluten in some forms, whether it's like drinking a beer or something like that. And occasionally I'll have something that has gluten in it. But for the vast majority of things, I avoid it because of how it can affect my thyroid. I have a family history of thyroid disease, and I can go into it in another video if it's something that you guys are interested in, but for reasons related to my thyroid, I avoid gluten. I do eat grains, but grains have never been the staple focus of my diet, if that makes sense. I have rice, but I don't have rice daily. I'll eat quinoa. Those are the 2 grains really that I eat. I'll also eat gluten-free oatmeal occasionally, but that tends to be more in the winter when it's cold out. I've already talked about what type of breakfast that I eat. And if I eat a sandwich for lunch or something like that, occasionally it'll be a gluten-free bread. But I do not do grain-focused diets just because they make me bloated, personally, and I don't prefer them. What is excess food? So I don't really have any elaboration on this in terms of what they mean, but excess food is anything that you eat that's over what your body actually needs. And that's the simplest way to put it. What is the easiest healthy diet to implement and maintain? So the easiest healthy diet to implement and maintain is one that is sustainable for you. I don't think that there is one diet that is good for everybody and that everybody can stick to and maintain. So really, it's about making healthy choices day to day in a way that you feel you can sustain it long term. Are avocado and lox commonly eaten together? How nutritious is this combination? I have salmon and avocado quite often. I mean, not on a weekly basis by any means or a daily basis, but I do eat them together. Both of them are healthy fats. I don't think you should eat them daily. And again, it depends on what amounts, just because that is a lot of fat, but it is a good fat for you. So there's that. So there you have it, guys. Those are some of the questions and some examples of the type of questions that I get asked on Quora. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, where I sit down and answer these types of questions, make sure again that you leave it in the comments below, like the video. If you enjoyed it, again, please share it. And if you want to see more from us, definitely make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you know when we post new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.